Buongiorno, buon popolo. This week, my term of office as Area Dean came to a quiet end, but also looking forward. At the Deanery Synod on Thursday, we received 3 reports that reflect the state of play at various levels of church life. One was about the General Synod, about which you've heard me already talk. Second was a report from MINE, Mission Initiative Newcastle East, which is 5 parishes in our deanery working together. 20 years ago, the parishes of Vicar and Walker began a conversation that led to the establishment of MINE, whereby individual parishes retain their independence but commit to working together and sharing wherever possible. The net result is the benefit of partnership for the ministers, both ordained and lay, and, because of its separate charitable status, its capacity to raise funds for additional work, notably MINE Youth, which includes a full-time youth worker, a part-time schools worker, and a part-time community worker. Churches that had been struggling have found themselves re-energised by this, and whilst there are always new challenges, I think this is an impressive model. We also received a report summarising parish visits undertaken by myself and Neil Terry, who is a self-supporting minister at St Mary Magdalene, Long Benton. This survey has been undertaken in the light of declining resource in the diocese to fund clergy posts, with the feeling in all of our parishes that we are already doing as much as we can. The report made 3 requests to parishes. First, for each PCC to consider what their parish could offer to resource or help their neighbouring parishes. Second, for the clergy of the deanery to discuss honestly how these various offers are best managed by a smaller group of clergy. And third would be for the new area dean and the deanery development group to negotiate with the diocesan Next Steps team to secure central church funding for specific growth projects, using our commitment to collaboration to make our bid for funding more attractive. For example, I think a community worker on Long Benton Estate might be a good idea, or a youth work team for the northern part of the deanery, or developing the successful wedding, funeral and baptism ministries at St Bart's and at St Gabriel's. Whilst we have no room for complacency, I believe that the life, work and worship that we share at St Francis is producing a good energy, which means that we are well placed to participate in these conversations and to benefit from them. We are blessed with a faithful, worshipping congregation, volunteers for our various activities, and generous giving to sustain our contribution to the wider diocese and to run our church and hall. We can't take any of these things for granted, and so we must continue to do what we can to grow our congregation, to increase our volunteer and activity base, and encourage regular giving as a sign of our commitment. But it means that I am very hopeful about the future of our church and of all the churches in our part of the city. So I trust that you share this hope and will take the opportunity that this season of Lent provides to engage more deeply in your Christian discipleship, whether it's coming to worship more often, logging on to our online worship, attending our Lent group, supporting the soup lunch, or considering whether you would like to help as a volunteer at our baby and toddler group, place of welcome, or tea and toast club, or share in any of the many aspects of the eco group's current work. Please pray and ponder this invitation in the coming week. And of course, join us as we continue to pray for Ukraine and do all that we can to encourage a humane response from all governments and the possibility of peace with justice. This Sunday, there will be a collection box once more in church for the Mothers' Union appeal that we announced last week, and also cash donations to Christian Aid's appeal on behalf of the Disasters Emergency Committee. Thank you for your generous support.